Hello everybody and welcome back to the next part of our 1000-day Interloper adventure. It has been a while, hasn't it? It's been 4 weeks now, I think, since we did our last episode, and just because I've been really busy with work, and I just got back from vacation, and I have several days left before I go back to work, so yep. I was just extremely busy, and had to do some deadlines, but thankfully I got all the work done. They were appreciative of that and let me take a vacation and other things, so doing good. But now our plan, we just got back from Forsaken Airfield doing polaroids. Now we want to go to Zone of Contamination, and there's several ways we could do this, but I'm thinking we go through Sundered Pass and have a bit of fun there. You know, go the fun way. So, oh, maybe not. Well, let's see what we have here. Because we're gonna want to go straight into this Zone of Contamination, the Langston Mine, and do that achievement. So, I don't want to have any big mistakes. I think you can actually use woodworking tools even if you have cabin fever, so we'll try that. Take 5 pieces of coal for that trip. Then we're gonna take these pinnacle peaches. Take salt, cooking oil, and some flour. Yeah. And this was all the stuff that we were gonna take. I don't think we'll need that actually. I think we're good with the 1 leadstone. Maybe one more. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so I think we're good. Now let's go ahead and extinguish this before we use it all. Got that. Plenty of caffeine pills. Take a stem. Skillet. Take some black and white film. Okay. And then last but certainly not least, I guess I didn't need that. We're gonna take Freddy for the trip. He'll be our friend and companion in the mine. So we shall take him with us. It'll be a wonderful time. Now let's see how we're doing on oil, lamp oil. I'm fairly certain there's enough at the I think there's a bunch of stuff we left at the Langston Mine too in preparation, so I think we're good. Let's just go ahead. Do this. Oh wow, we actually... Well, we'll keep this on us just in case, but yeah, let's just go ahead and start sharpening these. But we can't sharpen the cougar knife. You know what, I think we'll just pass some time then. And then we'll sleep for an hour. Alrighty. So, this is going to be quite the adventure, won't it be? Yeah, we don't have that. Yeah, we do have that. Alright. Lights. We'll take flare, marine flare. And yeah, we're pretty much maxed out, so let's go ahead and get going. We're just going to be freezing quite a bit for the trip. And then we'll start a fire somewhere in along the way. Yeah, take this. And one last thing. Prepare these mushrooms. Alright. So we're right here. We're going to follow this road up to here as we've done before. And our goal is to get to Sundered Pass, go down into the ravine and back up, and go through the Zone of Contamination entrance. We could just go straight through Zone of Contamination, but where's the fun in that, right? Yes, it's been 4 weeks now by the time this will be uploaded, since the last upload. I hope to not make that a habit. Like I said, it's been really busy with work and vacation, and I'm just glad the main grind right now, for the time being, is in a better spot.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Now, the first time I ever visited the far territories, I went in completely blind in the middle of a blizzard on Interloper. This is before I started recording this series, and I somehow managed to completely avoid the depot and make it to this area, and I went in the Sundered Pass by accident. And I was there for about 10 days with minimal prep, and it was probably some of the most fun I've actually had. There is something magical about exploring a region for the first time. Now we want to be very rested for this trip, so we're going to go into this cave right here. Probably the most wind-protected place I can think of. I think we did this, yes, once before right here. Back when we last exited Sundered Pass and we had a rabbit to harvest. We were right here, if you remember that. That was like,
Come on.
I don't know, 30 episodes ago. Now let's cook some reishi tea. We're gonna have to put on another piece of coal, there's no avoiding it. Now we're good. Let this warm up. We're gonna do that trick that you guys told me about. Preserve the heat. Thank you very much. Got that. And now we're just gonna sleep for say an hour and a half. Oh, right, we can't do an hour and a half. Well, it'll probably be an hour and a half when we wake up. And that's the thing with blizzards like this, they can last for hours upon hours, so we can't just get too comfortable sitting here. We're doing a lot better on weight though. So I think we'll just wait for this. Drop 1 liter for future use. Pick this up. And I know we have a bunch of reading to do in the mine. So I don't... I mean, we're gonna have to be passing time anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. I'd rather utilize it here. Oh, wow. Okay. But you see, that's why you don't want to ever be too comfortable sleeping. Because it was that perfect angle, like right here, to hit it. So you always want to keep that in mind. But it's a good thing we were awake for that. Worst case scenario, we just will lose a lot of health, but that won't kill us. It might put us in a position where something else can kill us, but at least we didn't just, like, you know, freeze to death to sleep, which is never a good thing. Now, I was just watching Stars' video on his misery run.
Can't feel my feet.
And I like that idea. I was thinking about how I would do a misery run and make it interesting. Besides, you know, like, I don't want to do misery for 1,000 days. I don't think... It's just not fun, really. It's too restrictive. Have to edit that out. I just got a call from my mechanic. Had the car getting looked at. It's good to go. But yeah, as I was saying with Stars series, it's a good plan for misery because I just plan to do like the 50 days to get the achievement, and that would be the series. But I really like the idea of having to try for the getting the tails done. That's a really good use to me, a good way to you know, make it more engaging, I guess would be the proper word. There will come a time in the future when we go to Sundered Pass. I'd like to map out the whole region and get the main polaroids wherever they are. I think I have an idea where they're at.
Die if I don't warm up.
But we're just gonna get in and get out for this episode. Unfortunately, we weren't paying attention while we were reading, and that has really allowed us to take a lot more damage than I wanted to. So we're going to have to be much more careful of the wolves in the basin of Sundered Pass than we would have otherwise. And just because we go to Zone of Contamination does not mean we need to start the challenge right away. I'd like to be back to Mystery Lake by day 500 to celebrate with Teddy. And I might bring Freddy back with this, actually. So we've got about 20 days that we could be there before we have to start the challenge. We might have both bears with us. The only concern I have is that once they're in your inventory, they're indistinguishable. Maybe if this game gets modding support, we can name things like that. I know Project Zomboid has a mod like that. Now we could heat up
Cold is making
these
my head feel
peach
thick.
pies. I'm sorry, we could heat up and just eat a can of peaches, but I really want to save them for peach pies only. Because we're going to need to have as much fatigue insurance as possible for the challenge. Because assuming we get out of the challenge, like, not on death's door, we're not going to be able to sleep inside anywhere. So we're going to have to go probably back to Transfer Pass and sleep in the cave there for a while, just to get off the horrendous cabin fever we've accumulated. So just because we get the challenge done does not mean we're out of the woods. This game's all about exploration, and this is much more fun, and I hope you guys like it as well, versus just walking into Zone of Contamination. I also heard on Zach's channel, and I think was it Toasty Bits? I don't know. He might be for another channel. Can't remember if he's the Long Dark or maybe he's 7 Days to Die themed. But there are 2 DLCs announced apparently, which I'm really excited for. I think story mode for all the
So
speaking about
cold.
it and such, I wasn't the most. I didn't enjoy it the most, but it is done for better or worse. And I think their real strength is being able to tell and, more importantly, integrate the Tales-esque things into the main game. I think that's really where they've always shined. And the 2 DLCs have got me really excited. I thought that was a wolf. Let's go ahead and sleep here for 3 hours. Now we could cheese this with X-ray mode, but we don't want to do that, remember? So, and I also did see some comments about the gloves you can find right here, and apparently they are Interloper accessible and as intended, but we're just gonna stick with the rabbit skin mitts because to me that is Interloper. It's always been the rabbit mitts, you know? I don't think there's any treasures we can find. Maybe we'll find a special stick again. You see, Sundered Pass can be downright pleasant under the right circumstances. Now we might get a sprain here, but I don't want to do any sprinting whatsoever. Because we're going to need our strength to climb the rope right here. Well, in the distance, you know, not right here. Oh, we're gonna get a sprain, aren't we? 100%. Yep, I knew it. That's probably on us. I tried to find level ground instead of just going straight. That's probably why. Now, if you want to avoid that yourself, just go ahead and sprint, but keep in mind you'll need to be rested or have something to use to get up the ladder, or the rope, excuse me. Now, there can be a wolf up here. I have climbed up a rope before and had a wolf right at the departure point. But you see, this is why we leave stuff. That'll be good.
Something's gotta go.
Probably have this out. Now I do hear a ptarmigan. We might kill one of them so we can have the feathers, because we're gonna need some. Oh, well, never mind. Run, run, little bunny. I'm honestly surprised that the prey animals are still out in this.
I could eat anything right now. Can't feel my hands.
Okay, now there can be a wolf in here. So we're just gonna have to keep that in mind. But you see, our past self has helped us out.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, so there's 4 wolves. There's Sketchy, the Ice Cave Wolf in Hushed River Valley. There's Fluffy, of course, who used to be in the dam, and now she's in Bleak Inlet. And there's Maisie, the wolf of Transfer Pass, or Sundered Pass. I think that her name's Maisie. And then Scruffy is the one in Desolation Point. We might be able to avoid her without having to kill her.
I could eat a horse.
And I would prefer to avoid having to hurt her if we can. Yes, that's Maisie. Or the Ice Cave Maze, I believe that was the nickname given to her. Or him, her, I'm not sure. I think we're good now. Shouldn't have to worry. Now, we'll sleep here for an hour or two, because you can. even though it's clearly outside, it's still treated as inside the cave. I would not recommend this in real life. I actually did not know if we would get attacked or not. It's a good thing we didn't. But yeah, I would not recommend that in real life. Right next to a cliff edge like that. We should have dropped the magnifying lens, but it's okay. Another reason I've also been, I haven't been able to do much the Long Dark is because I've been actually playing a lot of 7 Days to Die. I'm a big fan of it. And lately after work, before I went on vacation, I just didn't really feel like talking. I didn't feel like I could give any meaningful commentary because I was just so mentally drained from the day. And but yeah, I've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die too, with the whole sandbox update, so you can customize everything. Had a lot of fun. I do like insane nightmare with extra damage that you take, lower loot, and like more expensive stuff. The trader, basically really hard stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I've been doing that a lot. Maybe some TF2 here and there. But just needed a little break from the Long Dark, and you know, sometimes that's a good thing. And the beautiful thing about a passion project is you aren't constrained to any like monetary incentive or anything like that, right? So in the future I might do like 7 Days to Die content. I don't know about TF2. I mean, TF2, I love TF2, but it's just, I don't know what I could add to that. Like, am I just gonna show silly clips of 2 Fort or Double Cross? There's like 10 other YouTubers who already do that. I shouldn't have done that. That mistake might need us to, that mistake might require us to use the last, or use a flare, but you see how much those X's come in handy? But yeah, there's like a dozen funny clip TF2 YouTubers. Okay, we're not gonna make it to remember this? The Z for Zone of Contamination, and the A for Airfield. And stuff like that really helps you out. But yeah, I might do like a 7 Days to Die playthrough in the way distant future. But I kind of want to just get this series done and uploaded. That'll probably be another year at least. And hopefully Bandits will be out for 7 days. It's been quite some time, but I do love that game. It is janky at times, but it does have its own charm. I do think some of the soul was lost with the character model updates, but they wanted to do DLC for outfit, you know, outfits, and the customized character models they used to have just would not mesh with that, so I've had quite a bit of enjoyment out of the game. I haven't bought any of the skins DLCs because, I mean, It's, yeah. And I'm talking about 7 Days to Die, not the Long Dark. When the Long Dark releases their DLCs, I plan on buying them. If they're anything is like the, if they're anything like the Tales DLC was. Maybe this one will be called the Even Farther Territories. Or something like that. Okay. So our plan is to go past the bear right here. And we really should kill him because we need the meat to eat.
I've never been so hungry in my
While we're
life.
doing this challenge. We did kill a bear way in the past. And put a bunch of his meat in the cave. Like the Langston Mine connector. But we will definitely need more, I think. But for now, like I said, we have 20 days before we need to start the challenge still. So what I think I'm gonna do is just sneak past him. And yeah, just sneak past him if possible. Get into the connector, walk through that. Please tell me I brought a... I did not bring any air canisters. Well, I know there's some still in the mine, but we were supposed to bring one that I forgot about. Oh. That's a light issue. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about a passion project.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
If I just want to take a break, I will. I don't feel like I don't have to, you know, produce content just for the sake of content to make a living or anything like that. Because I think it's when you start industrializing stuff like this is when you lose the charm. Yeah, there's definitely a lighting bug with this whole area.
Too cold to think.
It's like it's permanent daytime practically. Hey, look at that. Yep. Well, we can't afford to take these. Oh, it'd be funny if the bear is right at the top of the branches now because we picked up that meat. I think I actually did hear him. Alright, so we just came through here. We're right here. I see you. I saw those eyes. I might be going insane. Swear I can hear footsteps all around me. I think this is the way to go. Oh, no, I think it's the other way. But we can wrap around. Because I remember hitting that slope when we were trying to carry all the meat. Okay. Lesson learned. That would have been a disaster. In this condition, there's no way we could have taken him out before he got to us unless we got off a lucky shot. But now that we know where the bear is, we can go back this way. Oh, we might actually be not where I thought we were. Well, I hope you guys can deal with this or just skip ahead to a brighter part, but yeah. You know what? I can't. I can't. We could stay in here, but this is probably the bear's cave, so I don't want to do that. But I will stand up here and warm a bit. So I think we're like right here.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit. I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Yeah, the Misery series would definitely be shorter. We would try the challenge that Stars is doing. But in Misery, you can't really explore like this. And that just kills half the fun for me. Okay, so we definitely missed the miners, the back entrance, but we can just walk through the center now and make it to where we need to go. Oh no. What? Okay, we might actually die here. Uh-oh. Well, this must mean we're near the miners area then. Right? I don't know. Okay, that's the Bear's Cave. Okay, so mistakes might have been made. Just a little bit. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I know where we're at. Okay. Talk about by the skin of your teeth. Okay, let's just stumble in the dark here for a bit. Then we'll put this down. We're gonna sleep for 10 hours though. Actually, you know what? 10, 7. We'll do 7. Oh yeah, yep, this was all the bear meat I was talking about. And then the decorations. Yeah. Yes, I remember now. Okay. It's a bit of bad weather right now. So I'm not too concerned about what we're carrying now. We might... So we'll have to carry this through the mine for sure. But all the stuff we're carrying... We're like... So you know what? Let's... I'm sorry for this. Let's step outside and let's map where we're at. Okay, yeah. So we're right here. You can go all the way back up here. Which we might do. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some major prep work here. So what we're gonna need to do is sleep for like 2 more hours.
My fingers feel numb.
And then we're gonna walk around. I think we're good. Now we can't carry this with us. And yeah. There's nothing worth putting weight on for in here. Now that we can see, let's actually take this. We don't want to be litter bugs. We're also taking these cattails. We're gonna need all the bit of food we can get. We can do some starvation tactics, which we might, but which we probably will, actually, the first few days, once we're done reading, before cabin fever sets in. But, and after we've read our books. But after that, once cabin fever sets in, we're going to want to keep all of our meters full. Even if that just means standing still and passing time, which we likely will be required to do. Now that it's bright out and we can see, and we narrowly avoided that bear, which probably would have killed us. I really should not have overextended that much, to be honest, but it just shows that overconfidence can kill you. I guess it's time for another one of our Trek talks, right? Starting that as the series progresses. We've kind of started doing that, but I just hope everybody's day is going well and you guys are doing the best you can.
Can't feel my feet.
As far as for me, Like I said, I just got off vacation. Work was super busy. But thankfully, they were aware of that, so once I got everything done, they were able to work with me on vacation and other things, and yeah. Especially as things go in tech right now, that's pretty much all you can ask for. As far as groceries and gas and everything, not too well on how much those have started to go up. Now gas is still somewhat cheap in the Midwest where I'm at, but that's because
I'm so cold and warm.
tax relief for gas in some states around here, they've temporarily suspended that. And just how fast the petroleum reserves we have here in America are being drained. I know gas was down to like $2.80 before the 4th of July, and like even 2 days ago it was down that low. But now it's $3.30 again. So there was that 1 week, like a month and a half ago, where it went from $3 to $5 in 3 days. So yeah, it's not really a Trek talk, just more of a, I don't know, just me talking. I guess that's a Trek talk, right? It's just not as verbose as it usually is, but there's just not much to update on. Things are continuing as they are, and slowly getting worse and worse for the average person. Just gotta do the best I can. But yeah, I hope things are going well for everybody. Gotta take one day at a time. Okay, now we've pretty much already explored all of the Langston Mine, so I'm not too interested in like actually exploring it any further. We have a huge amount of loot consolidated. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you, Will. We have a huge amount of loot consolidated in that building right there. But well, actually, this is a good picture opportunity. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, as I was saying, we have a huge amount of loot consolidated in that building, which we're going to take. And our goal is to move everything to the fire barrel at the lowest level, because we're going to need to boil all the water we can there. And we're going to need a lot of fuel, plenty of coal and such for that. Now, wolves can get in here. I don't think you're safe just because, yeah, you're right here. Oh, actually warming up in here. That's new to me. I didn't think about that. Now, I can't remember if it's the lowest level or just the second floor. So let's
Might have to drop some gear.
take all this. Don't eat the yellow snow. Now you can actually kind of sneak this in. You don't have to go all the way around.
I think I can use this.
Now there's the elevator. This is what we were looking for in here. Remember that whole gigantic stockpile we had? Yeah. Love to see it. Oh wow, this jerky has almost gone bad. I can't believe it. But you see we had the 34 birch bark, so we are quite prepared. Not to mention all the clothing and such. Canned ham.
I need to drop something.
I'd forgotten how much we'd prepared. But I think this is going to be a good spot to leave it. I think. Yeah, yep, this will be good for now. Next episode, we're going to migrate everything to the basement and then go probably hunt down that bear. We're going to go hunt down that bear and then migrate everything, you know, back to the cave. So we're going to go take all the meat through the back entrance up to like right here and then right here. But we're going to go ahead and save the game. I would like to thank you all for watching. I'm going to try and maintain a 1 video a week schedule. I hope I can do that. We'll see how busy work gets when I get back to it. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.